More than a year to go in this presidential campaign. It gets more interesting every day. Over the weekend, Vice President Joe Biden had a not very secret meeting with Elizabeth Warren in Washington. Phil Mattingly of Bloomberg has finally returned from leave to help us understand what's going on. Phil, hers, Elizabeth Warren's ring, is the most kissable ring in the Democratic Party. Should we intuit from that or interpret from that Joe Biden's serious?
He's dead serious. Look, the deliberations are serious. Whether or not he's going to run is still an open question. According to Biden's aides, the timeline he's looking at is probably about the end of September, first week of October. But look, if your name is not Hillary Clinton, getting Elizabeth Warren on your side is crucial to have any impact in this Democratic race. Now, look, what Joe Biden is trying to do right now, what he's gaming out, according to aides, is basically his pathway if he's to jump into this race. That's about money. That's about the route he would take in terms of states, and that's about how he would organize. You want to get a jolt in organization, Elizabeth Warren is crucial. One thing to keep an eye on, guys, some recent polling that's come out nationally. Joe Biden's still 33 to 35 points behind Hillary Clinton, but when you drill down a little bit, there was the latest Quinnipiac poll that came out, and you look at swing states, Joe Biden going up against the top Republican right now, Donald Trump, he of the summer of Trump, he's leading him in states like Florida, Ohio, Pennsylvania. That matters for Democrats that want to see a reason or a rationale why Hillary Clinton is not just the be-all, end-all for the party. And I think those are numbers that Biden's team is looking at as he tries to weigh this decision right now, Brendan.
Well, he's got to get himself up to speed. Can he get the donors and can he get the troops on the ground, the people in the states to organize a campaign? Can he get tier one people?
The biggest question by far, Mike. I think the big problem when you talk to people in Biden's orbit, and I think one thing to keep in mind, guys, there's a very, very small handful of people that actually know what's going on. We're all talking to lots of people who know Biden, who know his team. There's probably a group of about 5 or 6 that are really involved in these talks right now. But when you talk to people in his orbit, their biggest concern right now is money, and that's that Hillary Clinton has locked up a lot of the huge donors. She's got $65 million in the first quarter. She's got a super PAC that's raising 10 to 15 million already that's supporting her. Joe Biden has none of that. And if you want to make an impact and make a mark, you need money. He has a draft Biden super PAC that started to get more serious. But again, guys, he is months behind Hillary Clinton, not just in money, but also in organization.
Phil, I had planned this morning to give you a Trump-free hit, but that's not going to happen because he told CBS Face the Nation yesterday that he wants to save the middle class, and he said something about our audience here on Surveillance. Take a listen.
They're paying nothing, and it's ridiculous. I want to save the middle class. You know, the middle class, the hedge funds guys didn't build this country. These are guys that shift paper around, and they get lucky. And by the way, when the market collapses like it is now, the market's going down, they're losing a fortune.
Phil, this is a very serious question. Can Donald Trump actually, when talking about the money that hedge funders make and the taxes that they fail to pay, can he peel off some of the Bernie Sanders vote?
It's the crazy thing about that quote right there is you actually have to know who's talking right there. Is that a Bernie Sanders quote? Is that a Hillary Clinton who's also been attacking hedge funders the last couple months quote? Or is that Donald Trump? If you look at Republican orthodoxy, if you look at him ideologically, what Donald Trump said yesterday should kill him in a primary, and yet it actually helps him. And it's what's an interesting thing is you look at the people, the 22 to 25% of the Republican base that he's targeted and that has stuck with him through every single comment that all of the kind of the political groups have said will sink him. This is a message that resonates with them. If you look at capital gains taxes, if you look at what's known as the hedge fund loophole, this polls extremely well nationwide in the 60% right there. I don't know that he peels off Bernie Sanders supporters explicitly, but I think this is an issue that actually resonates with the people that support Donald Trump.
Okay, Phil, real quick, just want to thank you. The reason that you've been gone for the last week is, of course, you just had a son. I'm going to ask you a 10-second question. When that son is 1 year and 3 months old, who's going to be president?
Oh, man. That's too painful. I have no idea. My only hope is that, Brendan, you hop into the race and you lead our country into a better place. That will make me happy, guys.
Draft Greeley PAC is accepting donations right now.